Hey guys, I have found a really cool site called Symbaloo that helps to keep all of your frequently used websites organized into a convenient and easy to find place. Um, I'm going to go through a tutorial for you and show you how to set up a Symbaloo, and I would recommend that you set this as your home page so that when you click on your browser, whatever you choose to use, whether it's Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, or whatever, it opens up to your Symbaloo page, and then from there you can just click on the links that you want to go to or for the websites where you want to go. This is the main page that comes up when you type in symbaloo.com, and it's Symbaloo.com. And what you're going to need to do is create a free account. So what you'll do here is put in your name, of course, just fill out the blanks as it's shown, and a first and last name, an email address. This is my home email address. I would suggest maybe if you're going to use this for your school stuff that you might want to set it up for your school email address. But actually you can set up different tabs. I'll show you once you get in to Symbaloo. You can set up different tabs and you can use the same account for home and school. So whatever you prefer here, whether you want to do your home email or your school email, and then give it a password. Get rid of that. And then repeat the password. Where it says I don't want to miss important updates, that's so that they can contact you with information when they update. I go ahead and leave it checked. I have not found them to be crazy emailers. They don't bother me. I've probably gotten maybe one email a month from Symbaloo, if even that. So I went ahead and left it checked. You of course have to agree to their terms, and then you're going to create your account. I already have an account created, so I can't do that here. So on the next screen, it's simply going to ask you to put in the name of your web mix that you want to create. So go ahead and do that, and then you'll hit, there's a yellow button somewhere right in this area of the screen. It says add, and so you'll do that. And then once you do that, you're going to be able to log in, and at the login screen, here's where you have an option to set Symbaloo as your home page. And I went ahead and did that so that when I open my internet browser, it takes me straight to Symbaloo. So I'm going to go ahead and log in now. And what you'll see here is a group of tiles. These are called tiles. And each one of these tiles represents a website that I visit frequently and that I want to have quick and easy access to without having to Google it or without having to physically type in the web address, or for instance with the Skyward and things that we use here at school, having to go through the TCISD website and make 2 or 3 clicks to go through a couple of different pages, when I can just come straight to Symbaloo, click on that tile, and it takes me straight to that website. So let me just demonstrate for you real quickly what it does. If you just click on the tile, it takes you to the website, and I've set this up for Skyward to take me to the Skyward login page, so that whenever I am ready to log into Skyward, all I have to do is go to my Symbaloo and click on that tile, and it takes me to the Skyward login page. You'll notice that it opens it in a separate window, which I like very much because you can still go back to Symbaloo and get to your other tiles as well without having to log back into Symbaloo again. So it's a good thing that it opens a separate window for you here. I'm not going to sign in, but just wanted to demonstrate that for you. Brain Pop, again, I set it so that when I click that, it takes me to the Brain Pop login page, and it's just that quick and easy. And you will see up here you have different tabs that you can set up for different places. So for instance, mine is called Maryland, and I just put all of my home and school most frequently used tiles here. I also have one that I made for my class, my technology class, and these are the sites that I have them visit fairly often. And so instead of having to go through with them and ask them to type in the web address each time or to Google it and have to go through 2 or 3 steps. Again, they go simply to Symbaloo, click the tile, and it takes them straight to that account. I even put one on here, you see, for the TCISD website. So you just click on that and it takes you to the TCISD webpage. So here's one that I created for the staff. I kind of put this out last year, but I didn't really give instructions, so I don't think a lot of people knew exactly what to do with it. So that's why I'm making the tutorial video. And then, of course, I have one for my photography students as well. So I want to show you real quickly, you can rearrange these tiles simply by clicking and dragging them. So if I want to move these over and change the location of them, so that if I want to arrange them, like for instance, I have the stuff that I use at home most frequently up here. The stuff that I use at school is all right through here. And so I've kind of categorized them or grouped them together so that I can find them quickly and easily. To add a new tile, you simply hover over a blank one, and you'll notice that it comes up with the add a new tile with the plus sign there. I click on that one time, and it gives me a menu over to the left. I can create a tile, which I'll demonstrate in just a minute. I can search a tile, and that's the option that's really handy for Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, eBay, some of these things that are common public sites that, you know, lots and lots and lots of people visit. So these are very common sites that everybody adds to their web mixes. This is called a web mix. And so they've already created tiles for them, and they already know the address, and they already have an icon, you see here, that shows you a picture to represent that site. So again, if it's a public site that is pretty common for a large number of people, it's likely that they have a tile already created for it. So you can just create search or hit search a tile, and it comes up with this, and you just type in, for instance, YouTube, and it'll show you the things that are related to YouTube. And if I click on this one time, it will add a YouTube tile to my web mix, and I click on that and it takes me straight to YouTube, and then from there I can search for whatever video I want. I already have a YouTube tile on here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one simply by right-clicking and saying delete, because I don't need 2 YouTube tiles. Okay, let's go back and add a new tile, and this time let's create a tile. From here, I can actually type in a web address. Now this is where I went to create my Skyward, my Educore, Schoology, some of those kind of things that are specific to education or specific to our school or our district. Before I went to this create a tile, I went to the actual website and copied the address. So let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. So for instance, if I want to create a Skyward tile, I went to the TCISD webpage and I went through the steps and I found the Skyward student link. Now here's the page that I want it to go to whenever I click my Skyward tab or tile. So I'm going to click one time in this address bar up here, and on my keyboard I'm going to type the control key and hold it down and type the letter C, and that's going to make a copy of what I have selected here. So now when I go back to Symbaloo, I simply put my cursor in that box where it says the address of the website, and I'm going to control V for paste, and it's going to put the address there so I don't have to type all that out by hand. Now in this box it says name on the tile, so I'm going to delete whatever's in that space already, and I'm just going to name it Skyward. Now if you want the text to show up on the tile, you need to check this box right here for show text, and notice it'll put that name Skyward on there. I can change the color of the tile by playing with any of these things here. You see, I just click on them and it'll change the color of the tile based on whichever one I click on. I can choose an icon that is already loaded in their system. If you just want a random generic icon, that's a great place to do that. Or I can also, oops, cancel got me out. I didn't mean to do that. So again, all I need to do is Control V. I'm going to add the name of my tile, call it Skyward. I'm going to show text, change the color. I can upload an image. Now before I click this upload an image, I need to have gone to the internet and found an image that I want to use on my tile, and I need to have saved that somewhere on my computer. So I'm going to hit browse, and this is simply going to browse what's on your computer. So I'm going to go to my desktop, and on my desktop I have a folder called clip art, and this is where I put, there we go, all the different pictures and clip arts and all kinds of goofy things like that that I do for various projects around school. So I have one called Skyward, and you see right here. So all I have to do is click on that and say open, and then click upload, and it's going to add that logo. Now it's showing me right here the piece that's going to display on my tile. So if I want the whole logo to show, I just need to resize that. I can move it around if I want to move it up or down or whatever, or center it. So just resize that little box and move it to where you want, so that what you want to show on your tile is inside that box. Hit use selection to tile, and it shows you up here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that color off, and here I'm going to take off the show text because I've already got the word Skyward in the logo, so I don't need that. And then I just hit save, and it's going to create a Skyward tile for me. I click that, and I have my login screen for Skyward. Now you'll notice here on my Skyward tab I have teacher access, and on the one that I created for my students, the Skyward tab is family and student access. This is a separate link for students to log in. See, this is the live student base for students and their parents to log in. That's different from the one that teachers use. Okay, so we need to differentiate. If I have both of them on my web mix, that's where I might want to edit this and go back and show that text. And here in this box I might want to say student access or teacher access, or whichever link this happens to represent, and then I would hit show text, and it would put that down there. So this is Skyward teacher, hit save, and now it says Skyward teacher access or family and student access. It's that simple. You can add as many as you need. You can add different tabs, like I said, for, if you want to categorize, do a home tab for the stuff you use at home, maybe your financial institutions, Facebook, YouTube, eBay, any of that kind of stuff that you use at home frequently. And then again, you can have one for school that has just the stuff that you use at school. And the handy thing about this is that anywhere you go to log onto a computer, if you have internet access, you can go to Symbaloo.com, log in to your Symbaloo account, and you have all of your web mixes at your convenience, at your fingertips there. So I hope that's helpful to you. Thanks for taking time to watch this, and if there's something I could do to make it more helpful, be sure to let me know. And if there are any other tutorial videos you'd like to see, be sure and let me know that too. I'm happy to do that to help you out. I make these tutorial videos for my students quite often, and it's very helpful for them because they can go back and watch it at their convenience, and they can watch it as many times as they need. And so I just find this is a helpful thing to do, and I hope that it proves helpful for you as well. Have a great day. Be blessed.